Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's meeting. So I guess we can address the eclipse that is upon us. Actually, we have been feeling the energies of eclipse for a while, and April, as such, is already a very intense, energetically intense month. Eclipses are just natural occurrences, astrological and occurrences, I guess astronomical as well. And we can ascertain that they do cause a lot of intensity. I would describe it as intensity. So it is good that we all just allow ourselves to look inward and be with ourselves tomorrow, because we will feel the intensity. I already feel it today very much. Very deep wounds are surfacing for me today. And the whole purpose of this work is that you see these wounds over and over again. You're made to see them, and you're made to look at them, hopefully from a different angle. And we can also become that space that allows these wounds to just come up. And that's all we can do, really. And so tomorrow, if you could just be silent, be with yourself, be inward oriented. That's the only message that I personally have in terms of the eclipse. I loved the posting that I've read from Blossom about the sacredness of Yeshua's heart and the purity of the Magdalena, or sorry, the Mary's heart. And that kind of resonated with me, that in symbology and traditions, the moon would be seen as the feminine principle, and the sun, the masculine principle. And now they're kind of covering each other in this eclipse. That's what an eclipse is. And what does it mean when the two cover each other? Like a potential burst of immense solar codes afterwards. For me, what picture I'm getting right now is that when you hold your breath for a long time, intentionally, and then you breathe in, yes? So an eclipse could be described that energetically. It really, as a cyclone, almost takes everything out of your life that is not meant to be there, and then you start rebuilding. I feel that it is a very Shiva element, Shiva, the destroyer element in it, or Kali. Okay, so let's get into this process today. And if there are any forces that use this portal, using it in a negative way, all you need to do is know how to drop into the purity of the self, because nothing can get you there. because that's the only reality. Everything else is just the play of energy. So I honestly do not want to give too much focus to the mediatization of this eclipse. Okay. Start just feeling the body. You can feel all of the intensities that are happening, whether it be an emotional intensity or physical intensity. And I would like you to pay attention to the following. When you meditate, you go inward and you find a world. When you look outside, you see the world of subjects and objects. And neither of inside and outside is the ultimate reality. Today, I'd like you to pay attention to that. And as you drop inward through the meditation, you can also see in what manner are you escaping into these realms of meditation that give you a repose, give you a solace. Because your true nature is behind both realities, whether you're meditating and inwardly focused or outwardly focused. The true being, the true self is not outside, not inside, it's everywhere. And the truth is not spiritual. So let's ponder that. The truth is not spiritual because you cannot adhere it with an adjective. The truth is the truth. Zoom into the spine. And start paying attention to the flow of breath. The in-breath and the out-breath. Whenever we have this emotional intensity, mental intensity, this is a wonderful way to move closer and closer to truth. Yes, there's the world going on, your emotions going on, your upsetness going on. But you zoom into the spine. You draw all of your attention and focus back into the back body, your spine. Start seeing it light up. And also see your heart flame, the purity of your heart, the white lotus. Crystalline golden white light. Every single soul, real soul, is a portal. We're going to work today with the solar plexus because the solar plexus is your inner sun. Whenever I do work with people, it is the solar plexus that is mostly contracted. It is coded through the deepest inversions. So let us just zoom into the heart space and the spine. First, and just see that your head is melting into your heart. Your head is melting into your heart. And no matter what is going on, what kind of clearing, changes, radical changes, less radical changes, we just allow everything to be here. And you can ask yourself, can I allow everything to be exactly the way it is? Again, we're playing with the inside world. Notice, is there a closer reality that is much more immediate than you noticing your inside world? This is an inquiry. And you noticing, obviously, the outside world. Is there something much more closer? And yes, the breath helps you. You're connecting to your spine. Connect to your spine. From the tailbone, we're connecting back into the earth. Just feel that the body is letting go into the seated position, letting go. Your arms, shoulders, letting go. And you're breathing. And just feel that you're dropping deeper and deeper through your feet into your Earth Star chakra. And from there, we're dropping into the center of this planet. And just refocus. This is always going on. We're just getting reminded. Refocus yourself that we are gaining this beautiful flow from the center of this planet, the Shakti force, center of your feet being fed up your knees, thighs, into the tailbone. Just feel that the tailbone is receiving this ever vital, ever nurturing cosmic energy from the mother. Because the mother is connected multidimensionally, just like you are. Just no different. Just visualize your spine being fully filled with this earth energy up through your crown. And then we are getting connected to the causal body, causal chakra above your head. Soul star chakra, harmonizing with the earth star. And then the stellar gateway. And the stellar gateway can be directly programmed. What would you like to program into this stellar gateway? We move all the way to source. And the human is almost like this connective force that is connecting all of the planes of existence, all the way to the 15th dimension. Just feel the stillness. Mother force, the energies feeding this beautiful vessel, and then also we're receiving the pure consciousness transmission from source. They meet in your heart. Just feel the pulsation of this white lotus in your heart. Just stay here for a second. Then move down a bit, connect to the inner sun of your solar plexus, behind the belly button at the level of the spine. And as you inhale into the inception point, which is the center of your solar plexus. Inhale. Keep your breath there. Keep it there. And as you exhale, you're pushing the energy 360 degrees out of your solar plexus. Expanding your inner sun. Expand it. Expand. Make sure your spine is straight. Inhale. Enter the center. And expand, clear. Notice that even when we are working with our inner world, there is something more immediate that is the underlying quality of your experience. Learn, inquire. Just inhale into the solar plexus. Just hold your breath and hold it. The next exhale is going to be the clearing of our cords, accordings to any people, places, anything and everything that keeps us in a bounded consciousness. Exhale. And now we're not going to be modulating our breath, but just see that the energy of your solar plexus is freely flowing from the center outward. And you can start seeing this beautiful, clear, crystalline white, golden light in your solar plexus. And just clear it. Start speeding it up clockwise. First, just move it anti-clockwise, unscrewing it, and move it clockwise, harmonizing it. And just allow this consciousness which has absolutely no qualities, and it is the master of all qualities. Feel that you are receiving an absolute grace of your true being coming from above, entering your crown, third eye, backside of the head, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root, and we're going to pay attention and inquire when we connect to our inner sun, the solar plexus, and it's in full, unbridled connection with pure consciousness, which is the background to all energy. When we actually allow the consciousness to fully penetrate this realm, it is a realm of existence, experiential realm. What is the information that arises from connecting to this center when our attention and focus goes into the field of that perception of the solar plexus? Just stay there. You're clearly and at all times connected to the solar logos because you are a solar being, a being of light, connected in your solar plexus this time. Because we are deeply, deeply, deeply cleansing any and all inversions from the solar plexus. And we need to have that time to settle in there, to actually be able to read the energetic imprinting of this locality. And just see when you are inhabiting this specific space. All the chakras are connected intrinsically. And you're connected to your inner sun. Your consciousness is focused there. Start loosening, start to release any and all clutching, grasping, controlling. Releasing the control. Releasing this autarky of our small self, the voice of the ego. And start feeling the contractions. This is very important. Start feeling the contractions if you feel any in your solar plexus. Feeling the contractions, and once you feel them, they start expanding. So if you're actually having any issues with your digestion, the body using the nutrition that we feed it, struggling with that, just allow this to be expanded. This is how you heal. When you put your attention and focus to a place that is not one, feeling contraction, feeling maybe pain, feeling like there's always this feeling of pressure. We fully move into that sensation. And by just feeling into it, we start expanding it. And what we are doing is we're actually opening a portal through our bodily inner sun, the galactic gateway through which we are connected to this universe, all the way to the Andromeda, just the entry point into our universe, another sun place, and all the way to source. These are successive levels of different suns. Just see if there's any obstruction. It's removed by just placing your attention and focus to that. There's a pure, unbridled flow of consciousness through your stellar gateway. It is divine grace. And from that place, we're entering all of the layers of existence throughout the 15 dimensions. We are receiving the downpour of this grace, the crystalline golden white light with all of the rays, all of the rays. And what it does, this grace, the downpour of this pure light, is healing. Healing any and all spaces in your hologram that need to be tuned to your highest consciousness. All you need to be is still and allow. And specifically in the solar plexus, we get deeper and deeper insights into our pure knowing. How does this center, how does this specific lens, it's a lens through which we experience reality, how is it functioning? Go in there and expand it. And allow the downpour to be the grace, to be merging with this space. It's actually merging all the way with all of your layers. But we're paying attention to this specific one. Program your stellar gateway that you at all times have the purest connection to source, the purest connection to yourself. Nothing can stand in the way of that. No eclipse, no relationship, no life situation can eclipse the purity of your consciousness. It's impossible. Just feel the downpour of grace. All of the solar codes you are receiving are correcting the inversions of this layer, the solar plexus. And the inversions are your way of giving yourself your power away, playing yourself down, feeling small. Look at all the convoluted enmeshment we've created through our non-seeing with others. Allow all of these cords, enmeshments to just drop. Drop. So that any and all relationship to anything and everything is happening through the purity of your soul. Feel this image, a tight fist. I feel this when I look into this field, a tight fist at the center of your solar plexus. Start opening this fist. Start opening it slowly. Do you know when a palm is made into a fist? Can sometimes have this very nervous sweat built up because we are either wanting something so much or protecting ourselves so much or not wanting something so much. Allow the hand, the palm, to open. And you can just visualize this immense power emanating through your solar plexus. Immense power. It is allowing you, your soul, to be individuated, to find that balance of you are your soul. You are the light of divinity. Your soul is now being deeply embedded into your solar plexus. That is a very key point in your body hologram. Allowing this immense grace of the light with its solar logos to be embedded, to take the reins away from a very limited, impoverished, painful, contracted existence. The palm is opened, hand is opened. The fist is relaxed. Beautiful. Just allow to work through this, letting go into. Starts expanding it past your body. Past this room. And we're moving into layers and layers and layers. Retrieving all of the data that is necessary for the full, immaculate functioning of this center. It's like retrieving data, retrieving any and all splintered off soul fragments for the highest good of all. This in fact, is our place where our relationships to others are defined. Because in this experience, earthly experience, everything is a relationship. Where do you give your power away? Where do you let your codependencies to rule you? Because they make you believe that you are alone, you lack something, and you need to beg and become a beggar of life. Just notice being a beggar of life. Move into this feeling, being the beggar of life, and start expanding it. Deleting, canceling, neutralizing. The limitation that we as humans experience on this earth plane had naturally taught us to be beggars. We're begging for love, recognition, acceptance, alms, riches. In this one moment, just give it all up. Expanding all of these layers of contraction. So important. And inquire, how am I a beggar of life? Because that begging is eclipsing your experience as a pure self. So as soon as you allow the eclipse to be there and see what is actually there, then naturally the contraction starts loosening up. Naturally, it starts gaining lucidity, crystalline consciousness, self-referencing, self-generating consciousness. You're also being taught how to become masters on this earth plane by releasing this program of beggar of life. Because you see, if you're a beggar in your life, you're not going to freely allow to come to you. Everything that needs to come to you. And you're not going to allow everything that needs to go from you to go from you. Hmm. This is a deeper inquiry, by the way, into thy will be done. Let go what needs to go and open your arms to all that needs to grace you. Who is that entity that tries to modulate that? Just feel into it. That is the contraction. That is the contraction. Because notice your true nature, the truth of who you truly are. Does not pose, does not stop floodgates from flooding. Because the stream of the self is the truth. But the mind has a different idea what the truth entails. And truth is not an idea. Deepening into the expansion. Allowing the soul to reverberate through all of the 15 dimensions. Feel how the silence is empowering you. Eternity is here right now. Find eternity in your impermanence. And that is the divine will. The eyes of eternity. Playing impermanence. Who am I? It's a pertinent question from your inner son. Who am I? Is it the outside world? Is it the inner world? Can it be that? If you can detect the inner and the outer, you can be either. You cannot be the outside, the inside. There's something closer. There is something closer. There's something closer. And also watch how this energy interact with consciousness. Because you're that which is beyond energy. Energy is that the play of impermanence. And once you see this, this is liberation. May we all be in open, pure sacred, mode of receptivity to the truth, synonymous with wisdom, love, and the divine will. So it is.